Hi, this is just a quick impromptu video I wanted to share with everyone. It's a fairly common story, so most people have probably already heard it, but it's basically an analogy that teaches us a little bit about faith and expectations and how that can play out in our life. For purposes of the storytelling, I'm going to present it as a man because that's how it was told to me. However, it's not gender specific, so do with it what you will. In any case, there was this man and he lived alone, and there was a flood warning. So he started to pray because he got really nervous as the rain started coming, and there was flooding in the basement and it just kept rising, and he got really scared. So he was praying and he said, Lord, I really want a long and fulfilling life. Please save me. And he had this vision where God came down and spoke to him, and God said, what I want you to do is go up on your roof and wait for me. I'm going to save you. So the man gathered whatever it was that he needed or felt was important to him, and he went up on his roof. Well, there's quite a few hours later, the water, it was coming down so fierce. The first floor flooded. It was already up to the second floor. And he's praying and he's like, Lord, I thought you said you were going to come and save me. So before you know it, there was this boat that came along, and the person in the boat was like, hey, buddy, come on, get on the boat. It's getting really, really bad out here. And, come with us and we'll get you to safety. And the man said, waiting for his miracle, right? And he said, no, I actually have someone coming, but thank you. So the boat left and he's standing there. And before you know it, it's already up past the second floor, and he's like really scared now, and he's like, God, you said you were going to send me, you were going to come and save me. I'm waiting for you to come down and take me out of here. And next thing you know, another boat comes by. It's a smaller boat, and the person in the boat was like, hey, I don't know if there's anyone left, but get in the boat and I can get you to safety. And the man at this point, it's already up to the third floor, and he's like, no, I have someone coming, but thank you. And the person in the boat was kind of skeptical, but he couldn't force him to get in the boat, right? So he kept going. Well, at this point, the water's up to his knees and he's really afraid, and he prays one more time, and it's really challenging his faith. And he's like, God, why haven't you come to save me? And he's crying, and the next thing he knows, this little rowboat is coming by with only one person in it, and the person says to him, there's no one left that I can see. It's a miracle that I'm finding you. Get in the boat and I can bring you to safety. And the man still refused, expecting God to come down in all his glory to come save him. Well, the next thing you know, he passes away, and he goes up to heaven, or wherever you want to believe you go. And as he walks in, there's God waiting for him, a little irritated, right? And he says to God, like angry himself, he says, you said you were going to come and save me. And God looks at him and says, I sent you 3 boats. So the moral of the story is that God and spirit and the universe often works in mysterious ways, right? Oftentimes through other people, either with messages or interactions or different things than what we're expecting, right? So it's always important to be mindful of what your expectations are, because I think I did a video on disappointment, right? The fastest way to disappointment is expectation. And I'm not talking about realistic expectation, okay? There are things that it's helpful to expect in life. It helps us to make sense of our environment and what to expect out of things. However, I'm talking about those unrealistic expectations, or almost fixation on a particular outcome and an attachment to it that isn't necessarily for our best and highest good. So always be mindful of what your expectations are, because oftentimes they can lead to disappointment because we might miss the forest for the trees, if you will. Okay? So that's about it. That's all I wanted to do, is come on here and share that, because that's a little trick that most of us fall into, a trap or whatever you want to call it. is we get in our mind of what the outcome is going to look like, and all evidence is leaning towards it, but then the actual reality of it is something that we didn't expect, or it shows up in a different way and we miss it because we didn't realize that was the miracle we were waiting for. And keep in mind, miracles are perception too, right? I see miracles in flowers. Other people, miracles is, oh, you came back from the dead or something. It's perception, it's mindset, okay? If you see miracles in the mundane, if you will, it's a more positive and fruitful way of experiencing life. However, if you only see miracles that meet your expectations, you might live waiting in disappointment for a long time. Okay? So I always say perception is 100% of the game. So be willing to challenge your perceptions, your expectations, be at least mindful of them. Everything, it's progress, not perfection, right? Or progress leads, no, what is it? Practice leads progress. There you go. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.